user flow diagrams, what they are, why they are important, and how to make one using free battle-tested template for Figma. My first dribble shot after I joined NetGuru was user flow diagram for Sketch, and it's been very popular. I saw a lot of people using it and creating their own diagrams. That's why I decided to make a new version, this time for Figma, because Figma is more collaborative. You can easily work with other people, other designers at the same time, at the same file. So especially for user flow diagrams, that's a big benefit. You may ask why not use Miro for that, and that's a very good question. But because Miro is even better for collaboration than Figma, you can easily add other people and work together on a diagram or anything actually. But Miro lacks the ability to customize things. You cannot even create components. So in Figma, you can create components exactly as you want them to look and work. So that's why I choose Figma. And also good tool for user flow diagrams that I used in the past was trough.io. But since last year, they stopped using live synchronization on Google Drive. So it became useless for me because I can create only diagrams on my own and I cannot collaborate with other people. So what's the goal of creating a user flow diagram? So first of all, it's about solving problems, and it involves visual thinking, which is a very important concept in any creative work because there are a lot of people that think visually. So they are better at solving problems when they see something, when they see elements that they can rearrange or create things and connect them. This is how they think, and this is how they work, and this is how they are the most efficient. And most of the designers are visual thinkers. So creating a user flow diagram is a very good exercise for solving problems and also communicating with other people about the solutions that they propose. So looking at the design process, the user flow diagram is just before wireframes. It's a part of the wireframing phase, but it should be done before wireframes because you don't have to spend time thinking about layout, about navigation, and you can really focus on creating optimal user flows that remove friction from user experience, that remove all the unnecessary steps from the user flow. And at this point, you can agree with your team about the desired user flow, agree with the client, agree with the developers. It's very often a situation that if you agree with the developers about the user flow, they can already start working on it because there is already so many decisions made that they have things to work on. So looking at the fidelity, the user flow diagram is between user journey, which has lower fidelity, and wireframes, which has higher fidelity. So how to create user flows? So let's jump into Figma and create a user flow for a simple e-commerce. And let's create a purchase flow. Okay, so this is the template for user flow diagram. And we have here examples for light mode and dark mode. On the left, you can see the components, which are also divided into dark mode and light mode. So let's use the dark mode one. Okay, so we have basically we have phases at the top. On the e-commerce, we can have shop, and then we can have checkout as a phases of the user flow. Okay, so let's start with first screen. And we can actually create, okay, we don't need description, so we can change this component to title. And we will have the entry point of the user journey. and the goal, which would be, the goal would be basically to have the order, and the entry point, let's call it home. And we can make those special points more bright. Okay, so from the home page, users can search, can see the catalog of all the items, and they also can see recommendations. And from those three elements, they can basically go to the desired product page. And from the product page, they can take action, which could be buy now. Let's make this bigger, actually. If they decide to buy something, they basically go back. So when it's done, they can go to checkout. So we can have another element here that will be checkout, which is our user action. And here we should have another question because we don't know if the user is already in the system. So and we can see that the shop phase is actually about here. Then there is a registration phase. So after login or registration, there is basically a checkout, which has several steps, and the first one could be to provide address. Then we can make payment, and we can finally have order completed. Let's add those arrows. So here we are, and we have three phases: shop phase, register phase, and checkout phase. So that was very simple user flow for e-commerce app like Zalando or Amazon. And you can see it was very simple and easy to create one. So I encourage you to create it in every project that you are working on, because you can document all the decisions and make sure that everybody on your team agree with those decisions. So it will save you a lot of time and effort later on. And if you have any questions about how to create user flow, just ask me below. Thanks for watching. Good luck and see you next time.